all, good morning. Happy, well, it's Saturday, but it's gonna be Tuesday, but it's Saturday. It's my birthday. Now I'm 55 and I'm more mature, and also once you get to a certain age, you don't care as much to censor yourself, I find, which is really quite liberating. In any case, Puff, oh my God, she's drinking. Stephanie's here. She came to see me on my birthday, but she's over there by the back door because we're socially distanced, even though we're really not distanced at all. We're very connected. In any case, today, for my birthday, I decided to celebrate by making these awesome crackers, which I spoke about in one of my last versions of this video. And these are amazing crackers. They are vegan, they're full of seeds and oats, so they're healthy and there's no sugar in them. There's a tiny amount of oil and they're super easy to make. We're selling this as a pre-made kit. All the ingredients are in a bag and you'll have to add a little bit of olive oil and 2.5 cups of water, and you're off to the races, baby, making crackers. I learned how to make these crackers when I was visiting a friend. My friend Yardana taught me. She gave me her recipe. Garden crackers by Yardana. That's what we're making today. So here we go with my big bowl of ingredients that would come in a bag, and you would really just have to mix these things in. But these are my beautiful ingredients that, as you can see, there's oats in there, and there's flax, and there's chia, and there's ground flax, and there's sunflower seeds. And the nice thing about this recipe is that you can actually change it up if you want. You can add things to it. So if you like caraway seeds, you can throw caraway seeds in there. If you like sesame seeds and you're not allergic, they're really good in this recipe. We don't make ours, obviously, with sesame seeds because our facility is sesame free. It's one of the things that we don't have because it's one of the allergens. But anyways, the base of this is brown rice flour, if you were wondering, and then it's really just the rest of the stuff. But you don't really have to worry about that because all you need to do is open the bag, dump it in the bowl, take your things, dump it in the bowl, give it a mix, put it on the pan, throw it in the oven. I know it sounds simple because it is. All right, here we go. You're gonna take this bowl of dry ingredients. Notice there's no mix master today because you don't need one. You're gonna put in your 2 tablespoons of olive oil. You're gonna put in 2.5 cups of water, not hot, not cold, any temperature you like. And then we're gonna mix. And we're just giving it a little mix. So this is what it looks like when it's all mixed together. It's not super wet. And it actually holds together, like if you let it sit for a few minutes, the flax and chia kind of pulls the whole thing together. So it's a little bit watery, but don't be afraid because it all dries up in the oven and it becomes a fabulous cracker. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our cookie sheets. Cookie sheet, I put parchment. I highly suggest parchment. It's not going to be fun to clean it afterwards, and I wouldn't put it on a sprayed pan because then the bottom of your cracker is going to kind of get oily. So parchment paper is the way to go. I suppose if you have a Silpat pan liner, those are great too. I don't have one at my disposal, so I'm just going to use this. And this is not super scientific. You basically, depending on how big your pan is, you'll put half on this pan and then half on this pan. Surprise pan, you didn't know it was there, did you? So then we just need to spread out the contents of the cracker mixture. Did you see that? I swear something just flew. I think it was a little bit of cracker batter. I'm just spreading it out so it's flat on the pan. So the flatter that you get it, and the thinner that you get it, obviously, the less time it's gonna take to bake it to a really nice, dry, crispy texture. You don't need a rolling pin and no fancy kitchen apparatus that you have to buy at the fancy kitchen apparatus store, which those are my favorite stores, but I'm just saying you don't need to go there. You just really need to have a little spatula, and any kind of spatula will do, and you just need to just play with it a little, talk to it a little, like, oh, look, it's gonna be a beautiful cracker. I don't know if you talk to your plants. I talk to my plants, so I find they actually grow better when you talk to them. I think that's true. Also, if you talk to your children, they also grow better. That's a little note on the side of my parenting. And Stephanie just continues to stand in the corner drinking. She takes her mask off, and then she puts it back on. Okay, so that's how it looks on the pan when it's all spread out. And you can see it's not super even, but it's not also uneven. It's pretty consistent in terms of the thickness that we're trying to achieve. The thing about these crackers is that when you make them, it seems like you have a lot, and then you'll notice that they disappear because they're really delicious and they are great with pretty much anything that you would want to eat a cracker with. As a matter of fact, this morning I made some hummus, and we're gonna have crackers and hummus later as part of my birthday too. The hummus is not my recipe. It's I got it from a book. It's delicious. We don't make it at the bakery because it has tahini in it, which is sesame based. If you have a problem with sesame, you can make your own tahini with sunflower seeds, which is not hard, and that I can definitely teach you. So that's what I would, you know, I like it with hummus. I also like it with anything because I like crackers. But if you would comment down below and tell me what you put on your crackers, then we can definitely talk about that in the future. Or if you have recipes that you like to share that you would put on your cracker, I would love to see that. So I'm just gonna do my little patient mushing of this around on the pan. And then we're gonna throw it in the oven, and it bakes for 30 minutes. And then you take it out and you slice it. I use a little pizza slicer, you'll see. If you have one of those, it's just easier. Roll the pizza slicer through it, and it cuts it in, you know, whatever shape you want. You can, you know, use a ruler and a right angle if you want them perfect. I don't. I mean, I would like them perfect, but I don't use a ruler and a right angle. My mother, on the other hand, every cracker would be exactly the same size and shape. She's lovely and a fabulous baker, but she's not here, so we're just gonna make them whatever shape they come to. When I was little and my mother taught me how to bake, every cookie she made was perfectly round and exactly the same size, and frankly, this is too thick, so I'm just gonna move it to the other pan. She still will make cookies now. They're all perfect and all the same size. It's quite remarkable, and people know. And I go, oh, you didn't make this, this must be Reva's. And they're right, because that's just how it goes. So for any of you that have ventured to our website, to Mi&Stu.com, if you go into the About Us section, you can read the story of how Stephanie and I met. It's a very heartwarming story for me because I got to meet my best friend in the world. And that was like quite a while ago. Let's see, it was at least 23 years ago, if not 24, but I don't know. And I can't ask Stephanie because she doesn't even know how old she is.
Sometimes I don't know what year it is.
All right, I'm gonna throw this in the oven because I finished playing with it. And you can see, if you want to, we'll do a little close up for you so you can just see what it looks like. And so we're gonna get everything into the oven. Here we go. Tray going in. And second tray. I'm gonna set my timer for 30 minutes. Off we go. We're gonna take a little break for 30 minutes. I'm gonna clean up here. Stephanie's gonna drink some more, and I'll see you back in 30. That's it. See you soon.
A few moments later.
Stuff's coming out. And there it is. And I can actually tell in certain parts where I didn't make it thin enough that I'm gonna have to bake parts of it for a few minutes longer because it's just how it goes sometimes, you know? Like right here, it's a little bit thicker, so it's gonna take a bit of a time to dry out. Here we go then! I'm gonna slice up the crackers. So, okay, so the pan's a little bit hot, and if you're sensitive, you might wanna wear a mitt on one hand. So I basically just make little strips, and then I go this way. And then when it's really like all super dried out, they come apart really easily. On the package, it says to bake them for 30 minutes, and then you cut them, and then you bake them for another 30 minutes. But if you find that they're not crunchy enough at your second 30 minutes, you can leave them in for a few minutes longer. You can turn off the oven and just let them sit. It really depends on how thin you're able to get the mix. And in some parts it's thinner than others, so it's not like a perfect science, but it's kind of hard to screw them up. I'm gonna throw these back in the oven for another 30 minutes, and then we're gonna have a look-see. Here we go.
4 moments later.
Alrighty, timer's gonna go off in a couple, right now. Stephanie has crumpled into the corner. We gave her a little chair. All right, our second 30 minutes are up. We're gonna have a peek at what's going on here. We're gonna see if in fact we need to maybe bake for a bit longer to really dry them out so that they're really super crispy. So let's give it a minute and have a look. These are fabulous. So, see, they break apart. They're gorgeous. Gorgeous cracker. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually like break them apart on the cut lines, and then I'm gonna throw them back into the oven for a bit because, see, this one's kind of thick, so it's not as crunchy as I would like it. So I will put it back in the oven and probably just turn the oven off and let them sit in there for the next, let's say, 15 minutes when they will continue to dry out and the oven will cool down. And then we're gonna try some with my homemade hummus. Here we go, going back in the oven now. But look how pretty they are, aren't they gorgeous? So like I said, you can really put whatever you like in them or on them. Oh, here comes Lucy. So I'm gonna go get the dried out crackers, and that sounds bad, but it means good, from the oven. It's been about 10 minutes and my oven's been off, but I'm just drying them out so they have a really good crunch and they last longer also. You get the moisture out. They won't get yucky and chewy. So, see this one, it's a little underbaked. There we go, good crunch on that. I'm gonna put a few of them on a plate for Stephanie because she's been such a trooper about sitting in the corner all morning with her wine, and she's very hungry, so we have to just feed her a bit, you know? So I'm trying to pick the really crunchy ones because, truth be told, I may have to put this back in the oven for a little while to dry out a bit more, but she's really hungry and she's complaining, so I'm just gonna feed her. I'm gonna go over there and just stay far away and slide it to her on the floor. Hopefully the dog won't eat it on the way over. Look how pretty. Just leave it on the table and step back. Step back. Let's see. Thank you. You're welcome. Oh, and here's my daughter Rachel doing a taste test. Give it a shot. Aren't they delicious? Or you didn't try it yet? What do you think, ladies? Not bad, right? Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Leave me comments. I love to get feedback. You can like us on Facebook. You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter. Go to our website, see if there's anything that interests you. You can read the blogs that are there. They're a little bit, I'm gonna write another one, but yeah, they're right out of my head, so you can imagine. We'll be putting up another video on Saturday, and if there's anything that you want to see in the videos, let us know. Have a great day. Happy my birthday to you. We're out of here.